Right guys, just a quick video, and the reason I'm doing this is because I see a lot of people that are going into sim racing and they're afraid, or maybe not afraid, maybe apprehensive to do some online racing. Right now, the sim of choice doesn't matter, it can be anything. It can be iRacing, ACC, AMS2 or Factor 2, it doesn't really matter, right? But a lot of new people come into it and they feel that they're not quick enough to race online. Just a couple of myths I want to get out of the way, right? The quick enough piece don't let that put you off, right? I race in leagues and there's people of all different skills, abilities and stuff like that, and they all have great battles throughout the field, right? Because if you're one of the front runners, you can be sure there's going to be guys running with you at the front. If you're mid-pack or down, further down the field, there's going to be people at that skill level, and you're going to have super battles. And as the season progresses, you'll be battling over those kind of mid-tier spots. And then some leagues as well will also have splits, which basically means that there's so many drivers that they get divvied up either into different grids entirely if the numbers are high enough, or in certain games they'll have different designations, like ACC as an example. You could have Pro, Silver and AM classes, so everyone is within their own championship, and that really encourages anyone new to the sport of sim racing to actually get involved. The quickest way to learn, by the way, and the quickest way to develop is by being in leagues, right? A lot of people often think that, I'll race online, I'll get my safety ratings or my whatever ratings up before going online, and they'll grind out hot lap after hot lap. But I can tell you now from experience, I'm doing this quite a while, a good few years at this stage, the best way to improve is to race other humans, right? And anyone that has joined leagues that I participate in, and they will all tell you the same thing. Couple of reasons. Firstly, racing humans is not the same as AI. It's not even close. How people react and think, what you think they're going to do, well, think what would you do in a certain defensive move or a certain attacking move. You might jink a little, you might whatever, okay? But AI is programmed to do certain things at certain points. So yes, it can be good fun offline for sure, right? But don't substitute it. Don't think it's a substitute for practicing against humans. The second thing I'll say is getting quicker as far as pace goes. Again, in a league, you're going to be at an advantage. Well, why is that? Every league that I participate in and have done in the past, right, there's two at the moment that I race in, which is the Amigos Racing League that runs on a Monday night, UK Irish time, and also then I race in a ERA league, which is on a Sunday, again UK Irish time. Both of them are around 7 o'clock starts, roughly speaking, for practice and quali and stuff like that. But the point is that when you're racing a particular car, there'll be other people that race that particular car with you, and they will give you little tips and pointers that maybe you didn't realise, or maybe you feel a car is too lively on the setup, or maybe it's too safe. Well, if somebody else is lapping quite quick in a particular car, go and ask them, how's this car supposed to be set up? What's it like on tyres? What's it like on fuel? For example, I've recently transitioned away from the Audi and into the Honda in ACC. And two of my teammates, in fact, that we do endurance racing, actually race the Honda. And I've asked them, what's it like, some traits of the car, that sort of thing, and that's kind of got me up to speed a little bit. So yeah, what I would say to you, if you are, let's say, an offline sim racer, but you want to go online and maybe you're not quite sure how the online thing is going to go, what I would say is just go and do it. You will develop a lot quicker for it, and don't think that you're going to be, hindering other people or causing crashes or slowing people down or any of that stuff. Where all sim racers want to help other sim racers. There's no, or certainly there shouldn't be any elitism or any of that stuff. We all started from scratch. As we progress, yes, we get quicker, but we always try to help those that are coming in new, or those that are behind us, or whatever. And bear in mind as well, like don't look at these alien lap times on YouTube and stuff like that, and think that that's where I need to be, right? Because you have to be realistic, and even me, like I'm not an alien pace by any means, but I'm quite quick, you know. I'd be split one in most leagues I would go into, you know, generally speaking, but you know, thereabouts. But the point is, I mean, you know, how good can you become at sim racing, right? A lot of that is going to be down to the time you have. Me myself, I've got a full-time career in a, you know, corporate job that obviously takes up a lot of time. I lead a team as well in my day job, so you know, there's a extra commitment there career-wise, but it's all fun. I love what I do. And then I have a wife with 2 young children, so you know, my sim racing time wouldn't be the same as, let's say, someone that's, you know, 18 years old or 17 years old or whatever, that no wife, no kids, no job, maybe they're off college for the season, or you know, in between semesters or whatever, who can literally dedicate almost 24/7 to sim racing. So you know, don't be too hard on yourself. Everyone has their own bag, everyone has their own, you know, commitment, I guess, in terms of what they can afford to give the sim racing, and don't feel that you have to be like these, or well, not say these, but you know, some, let's say, of the younger drivers. Typically they won't have as many responsibilities, and I know that's a blanket statement, but work with me here. So the reality is, other people will be able to practice, grind out these ridiculous lap times, and like you see with some YouTubers that, you know, stream, whether it's ACC or Factor 2 or whatever the sim is, you know, they're literally on it all day. For me personally, I try to get maybe 2 to 3 hours of kind of practice driving during the week for my races that come up at the weekends. And that's really just to feel the car out, you know, reference the track, try and get a setup in, and you know, 3 hours prep for one race is quite, it's heavy-ish probably, for, you know, generally speaking. But that being said, like, I'm happy to do it. I enjoy my practice, and the split that I'm in, where I race, the guys are brilliant. They're great drivers. They're fast. They're clean, and you know, they're dedicating what they can. And if I don't match them, then I get left behind, and I don't like to lose, obviously. You know, and I'm kind of used to running near the front, and I want to stay there if I can. So, you know, but again, life gets in the way. I mean, like, I'm actually in the middle of moving house at the moment, which should happen over the next couple of weeks. Fingers crossed. Should. So, you know, and this is a reason, by the way, why I haven't done, you know, a lot of videos over the last while, but, you know, videos over the next maybe 3 to 4 weeks from here might be a little bit scarce, so just heads up. And I probably will miss a few of my league races as well, because I may have to put some stuff into storage while we wait for the other house, and yeah, it's all complicated crap. But anyway, I'll wrap this up and I'll just summarise again. If you're thinking about going online to race and you're concerned that you're not quick enough, or you're going to cause accidents or whatever, don't worry about it. Whatever track is coming up, just do a little bit of offline practice, get used to the layout, braking areas, get onto the practice servers, you know, do a bit with other people that will be racing with you. Participate in the communities. This bit is key. Like, if you're new and you're feeling a bit worried, just pop it into one of the Discord servers and say, hey, my first race, you know, what to expect, what should I do? And, you know, people, if you're in a proper community, in a proper league that is, you know, decent and stuff like that, people will help you. But yeah, like I say, the best way to develop yourself, not just your racecraft, but your speed, is to race within leagues. Public lobbies is not too bad, but bear in mind the people there are racing for a flag, right? Where if you go into leagues, any stupid moves stick with you for the next round, penalties and stuff like that. So it's more tangible, and it, you know, everything has a consequence, and that's the best way to learn. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Get on track, get into a league, and yeah, you'll see the tents coming off, and the racecraft will just get better. Thanks again, guys, and have a good one.